Well, this is like honestly, and like you're probably not the only person that runs into this. Like there's probably going to be other people here who are watching right now who maybe have a similar issue of, oh, I'm at an internship and I'm not getting like that much real deal experience, or maybe I just started and they're just giving me a bunch of busy work. So I think like one, so I know you had a conversation with your manager recently, and you guys talked about this, and he said he'll give you more real work and whatever. But it's like I think even having that conversation earlier, right, could
Mhm.
have helped because now your interviews are coming up and we're still kind of at this place, right? So for the rest of you, if you find yourself in this situation, you should like just have a very frank conversation with your boss about, especially if you're working at like a search fund type opportunity. Like you should have a conversation with the boss about like, ask them like, hey, like, um, what do I have to do, or what is it going to take, like, for me to like take on more responsibility? Like, obviously, happy to still help out with all the things I've been helping out with because I know that's important as well. But also like obviously, I'm working here doing an unpaid internship. So for me, like what's most important to me is like I want to make sure I'm developing and I'm learning stuff. I'm learning new things, and I have things that I can talk about when I'm recruiting or whatever. Like I would just be very blunt with them. There's no like if you're working for free and you're also not like getting the experience that you want, then it's like well, then what are you doing it for, right? And so we don't need to beat around the bush about that. So that's the first thing. But if you do find yourself in a situation where okay, now you have an interview and you haven't done that much yet, then honestly, like I think you just need to like literally just make some stuff up on your own time. Not like during the interview make some stuff up, but I mean like as you're prepping for the interview, you need to like go out and find a company and study it as if like your boss assigned it to you, and like think about the company from like an investor's point of view. It's almost like doing like a stock pitch, sort of, right? Just pretend you're doing like a stock pitch competition or something, but it's almost like doing a stock pitch. But you analyze both the qualitative and quantitative factors, but also because if it is a search fund, then you want to weave in some of the like what are like the most favorable LBO characteristics that you typically look for in an LBO candidate, and that's stuff we cover in the LBO module, right? But like something with like a recurring revenue model, like a SaaS company, right, where it's very where the revenue is pretty consistent and it's predictable. That's always a good thing, right? But like what else? Like low capex, right? That's always a good one. Highly fragmented industry. I mean, there's a lot of things you can talk about. And it's not like you have to disclose the name of these companies. So it's just like you can almost say whatever you want. Like no one's going to be able to like verify whether the things you're saying are actually true or not, right? So worst case scenario, that's what you're going to have to do, as opposed to just um, it's just even if the truth is you haven't done that much like this, it's not a very satisfactory answer for the interviewer, you know. So Jordan says, "Fake it till you make it." Yeah, I mean, pretty much. It's kind of what you have to do. Ideally, you don't have to, but like if you do get into that situation, that's kind of what you have to do. Does that make sense?
Got it.
So I don't know how much time you have, but before the interview, but if I were you, like I would go find one company and study up on it. Or like, dude, even like if you're at work and they just had you do a bunch of like sourcing, or you're just like calling through like an entire list of companies and whatever, it's like I don't know, find any of those companies. You guys didn't really actually deep dive on it. Like, just take any of those companies and like try to deep dive on it, right?
Okay. Okay, perfect. We'll do.
Same with the industry stuff. Like, um, have an opinion about the industry, um, and even when you're talking about these companies, like if you need talking points on like why it's a good investment or not a good investment, like just go through like Porter's five forces. You know what that is? If you don't know what that is, just Google it. It's like a framework that I want to say like a Harvard Business School professor came up with. And it's just like, it talks about like competition and what else? Like suppliers and customers. And there are like five major elements that affect like how strong a business is. And so if you just like think through those five elements and like think about all the pros and cons for each, that'll give you like 5 to 10 things to talk about right there. Right. And you can do it like in a very systematic way.
Thank you.
Make sense?
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Hey there, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're looking for more customized advice that's tailored for your specific situation, then I invite you to book a free strategy session with our team at the link below. We'll talk to you soon.